guys, welcome back to another week of Mortgage Matters in Minutes. Again, I'm your host, Brent Rasmussen, owner of Mortgage Specialists. Some of these videos we do are live, some are recorded a few weeks back, but this week we celebrated Veterans Day just yesterday, and it's very important to us and to me that what our veterans do. My father was a veteran, so is my grandparents as well, and what they do to make us free and keep us safe each and every day goes without saying, but it's nice every year to give an extra special warm welcome to our veterans out there. And today that's what we're going to speak about is VA loans. Especially, I can't believe we haven't talked about specific loan types yet, because we talked a lot about the details of qualifying and generally a lot of problems. But one thing people don't realize is that VA loans are some of the best loans that are out there in the market. And we're going to talk about why that is. And because there's many reasons VA loans are the best, and we will talk about that here today. But again, before we get started, I want to thank all the veterans. I myself have been through a bad accident. I participated in the Paralympics and got to play with a lot of wounded warriors and a lot of vets themselves that have been through similar accidents, but during wartime and non-wartime. So I've got to see firsthand what they go through, and it's not just always physical, but mentally, emotionally, and with their family. Being so far from home, it's much challenging. So I want to say thanks to all the vets out there, and this one goes out to you guys today. So first of all, why VA loan? Well, VA, obviously, you receive benefits from Veterans Affairs once you put in your time with the military, whether that be National Guards, Coast Guard, Air Force, Army, Marines, Navy, and such of those departments. Also, once you put in those times, you have to have so many hours for qualifying. But generally speaking, people, when they exit out of the military, are told of their benefits, and they might not know every single one of them, but generally speaking, they're going to let them know, do you qualify or do you not qualify? And generally, I will tell you, you've been told, or you should know, or you may know that you qualify. But the key to VA loans, one of the best things that it does not require a down payment. So you don't need to come up with a 20% down, 5% down, 3% down. That saves a lot of money for consumers when they're buying their first home. They can get into one much quicker as a thank you for their service, is what the rules enable. Also, on VA loans, there's no mortgage insurance, making your payment cheaper than FHA or conventional. Also, VA loans have cheaper interest rates than conventional FHA. Generally, FHA and VA are very close, but because the veteran VA guarantees loans, they sometimes may give a little bit cheaper rate than even FHA. So with zero down, no mortgage insurance, and cheaper interest rates, right there, VA is the best loan option that you can qualify for. We've ran the numbers through the years. The one negative thing on a VA loan is that they require a funding fee, but the funding fee gets waived if you are more than 10% disabled through Veterans Affairs. And a lot of times people think of being disabled as a permanent disability that they can see with their eyes, but a lot of times it might be sound hearing, or lack of eyesight, or some kind of disease that occurred through being located in a certain part of the world, or a certain thing that they were impacted from. So having that 10% disability can very much trump you removing the funding fee. So check into that as well if you are not yet in regards to it. But again, if we compare VA, even with that funding fee, to conventional and FHA, over the life of the loan, VA is going to be a cheaper loan option for you. A lot of people are scared of VA because they don't understand what it takes to qualify. We've done thousands of VA loans, and we understand all the rules and ramifications, but sellers sometimes get very nervous because they think, oh, the VA is going to come do their own inspection, their own appraisal, or they're going to make something more challenging than not. If you have a property that is in non-perfect condition, all loan options could be possibly an issue. And some people think, well, maybe VA loans are harder to qualify for. They are not. They're actually more forgiving with credit and situations than possibly conventional loans would be as well too. So, how do you get started to check to see if you qualify for a VA loan? Well, usually you will be given a DD 214 discharge papers. If you have not been given discharge papers, that's totally fine. Lenders can go into the VA portal and look up your eligibility to see if you have entitlement and how much entitlement do you have. So you can contact an experienced lender like ourselves, mortgage specialists, or most lenders across the country do VA loans as well. I know there's lots of commercials out there of large national companies, and I feel like those companies, from when I've looked at their costs, are very more expensive than someone like myself because they are paying for thousands and millions of marketing dollars, and it gets to be pricey of advertising, so they charge more to the VA, the veteran themselves. So, again, how do you get qualified? You contact the Veterans Affairs and see if you have a certificate of eligibility, and lenders can request that for you. Most of the time, it's in VA system. If it's not, we can request for it with the D214 in a form you signed saying, hey, I've put in my hours and my service here to here, and we can send that in. So once we get that back, we then know you qualify for a VA loan. Then we also will look at your income, your credit, your assets, because VA loans still require qualification. They're not just we give you a loan because you've qualified for it. You still have to have the basic credit capacity, collateral capacity to afford the VA loan itself. So we'll look at those items as well. But again, rates are not significantly increased because of lower credit scores, not like they are as much on conventional loans. So you don't have to have perfect credit, but you still have to have enough income to qualify on VA loans. We can go into many more options and underwriting rules about VA. They have some unique ones that are good, and they have some unique ones that are bad, like disposable income. And VA loans perform, meaning less individuals get foreclosed on VA loans than any loan out there. There's many reasons why. They underwrite a little bit differently and more conservatively than conventional FHA. And veterans have been really introduced to discipline throughout the military and understand when they take on something that's their responsibility. I'd love to help any of our veterans out there. If you have any questions about VA loans, I'm a certified veteran loan specialist. One of my certifications that I have, going through the nuances and the intricate details of VA loans, but we would be more than happy to help you out at any time. My name is Brent Rasmussen. Thank you for checking us out. Happy Veterans Day, and have a great rest of your week. Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.